So, have you ever heard someone say, nobody wants to work anymore? I hear it all the time. Personally, I don't think that's the whole story. I think most people want to do meaningful work. They want to contribute. They want to be a part of something. They want to feel like what they do matters. So, why do the good employees leave? The easy answer we give is money. And don't get me wrong, compensation absolutely matters. People definitely deserve to be paid fairly. But I don't think it's always that simple. I've heard people say this job doesn't pay enough. But sometimes I wonder if what they really mean is I don't get paid enough to deal with my boss. There's a difference. A paycheck doesn't just compensate people for the work they do, it also affects how much stress, frustration, uncertainty, and poor leadership they're willing to tolerate. Think about it. Have you ever stayed in a job because you love the people you work with, even though you probably could have made some more money, somewhere else? A lot of people have. But have you ever left a job that paid well because every day felt like a struggle? Because that happens too. As leaders, we have to stop oversimplifying why people leave. Sometimes another company will offer more money. Sometimes life changes. People just want a different opportunity. But many times people don't leave because of one big event. They'll leave because of 100 small ones. An expectation that was never made clear, a good job that was never recognized, or a concern that wasn't heard, a promise that wasn't kept, or the feedback that only comes when you mess up. Those moments will add up. But I also think we forget something important. Employees don't just come for a paycheck. They come with emotional expectations. People want to feel respected. They want to know their work matters. They want to be trusted. They want to know what's expected of them. They want opportunities to grow. They want to feel like someone has their back. When those needs are consistently met, people are much more likely to stay. When they're consistently ignored, people begin disconnecting. They'll stop sharing ideas, they'll stop volunteering, they'll stop caring, and then eventually they'll leave, sometimes, physically or sometimes mentally, long before they turn in their resignation. Then another opportunity comes. Everyone says they left for more money, and maybe, they did. Or maybe the extra money simply gave them permission to leave an environment where they no longer felt respected, valued, or supported. Here's the part every leader needs to remember. You may not control salaries, budgets, the economy, but you can absolutely influence the experience people have every day when they come to work. Do they trust you? Do they know what's expected? Do they feel respected? Do they believe they're growing? Do they feel like their contributions matter? Those are leadership questions, and leadership has a bigger impact on retention that many people probably don't realize. So here's your challenge with this. Think about one person on your team. What's one thing they can do this week that makes them feel seen, valued, and supported? Sometimes the reason people stay isn't because they found a higher paycheck, it's because they found a better leader. This is another leadership minute from Hydelogix. Better thinking, better leaders, better futures.